Get the eRadio SA app right now for free on the Google Play Store. Entertainment radio on the go.
Right now, as promised, chatting to Joshua Buchalter, and he is just such an interesting guy, very, very young and achieving so much, and he's traveled all over the globe. So I thought, let's talk to this interesting guy and ask him all about what he's doing at the moment. Josh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ian.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm feeling positive. How are you?
I'm also feeling very positive, thank you. No sunshine today in the garden route. You just said to me you're in Cape Town. What's it like?
Yeah, I'm in Cape Town. It is blue skies, a little bit windy, but can't complain. It does look like spring quite a bit.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, send some our way, please.
I'm sure. By tomorrow, you'll have it.
Awesome. Josh, let's talk about your veggie gardens that popped up in Knysna. How did it all come about?
Absolutely. So I personally, I've been working on cruise ships for the past 5 years, coming back to South Africa kind of once or twice a year. And there's always been this intention for me to get involved with a project where I could give back to the community. And, you know, this year, it was the first time where I was kind of brought back to Knysna and South Africa with nothing really planned due to the lockdown restrictions. So it became the perfect time to not just give a few days or a week to giving back to the community, but give a slightly more extended period of time to making a difference. So I just put myself out there and got involved initially with handing out food parcels to soup kitchens within the garden route and the Knysna area. And from there, someone approached me at a group called 10 Minds, the charity I was working with, and they said that they would love some assistance to create a vegetable garden so that the soup kitchen could become more independent. And I thought it was just an incredible idea, an incredible concept, and it was exactly what I wanted to get involved in. And from there, the rest is kind of history.
So basically, these food gardens have now evolved, and they basically provide food to the soup kitchens, which provide food to the people.
Exactly that. So we've got 3 gardens to be specific within the Knysna area. They are on the same premises as a soup kitchen. So everything from the garden is provided to the soup kitchens. And the soup kitchens, you know, the goal is for them to be open to anyone. There is obviously a limit to how much food there is. But at the moment, about 50 to 100 people go almost every day of the week and get a meal.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, food is so expensive, so why not just grow it and do it yourself? I know a lot of people with their very own veggie gardens. So you were out there actually doing all the physical work in the sun?
Absolutely. You know, like I said, this opportunity to create the garden kind of just presented itself to me. I will admit I am no gardening expert, but the members of the community who I was working with had a great idea on what was needed to be done. So when it was on the ground working, getting our hands dirty, I was more following their instructions. But the most difficult thing for them was the resources. They didn't necessarily have the financial support. So I took that responsibility on, and I took advantage of social media and asked all my friends and followers if they could get behind us. So as soon as funds came in, I was able to contribute in that regard, as well as being on the ground, getting my hands a little bit dirty.
That's fantastic. Now, Josh, you've been traveling a lot, well, before lockdown, of course. Just tell us, where have you been? Where haven't you been?
So 31 countries to be specific.
Just come again. Did you say 21 or 31?
31.
31 countries.
31 countries. Yeah, I was predominantly based in Central America, touching on to the United States itself, islands within Central America such as the Bahamas, Belize, Honduras, Mexico, and then even touching on to South America, going to Costa Rica, Panama, as well as Colombia. And
Crazy.
that's just to name a few.
Okay, what was your favorite country? Except for South Africa, of course.
Yeah, South Africa's number one. My favorite place to visit in that area it's an island called Cozumel, which is part of Mexico. Just off the coast of Mexico, the east coast of Mexico. Beautiful island, and so much to do there. And I just had really good experiences there. So a place I'd always have fond memories of.
And now I believe you want to go overseas again. You just mentioned to me off air at the end of September. Where are you going and what will you be doing there?
Yeah, so for the past 5 years I've been traveling like mentioned, but it's been focused on work. Obviously the travel was super fun, but the main reason for my travels involved work and establishing myself financially, which has been incredible. It was a very unique lifestyle, and throughout the time that I was working abroad, I was always considering studying to be my next step. Mm-hmm. So, especially since the lockdown has come in and there's been a lot of thinking and planning for the future, I've decided to get involved, and I've actually been accepted to a university in Israel, a city called Herzliya, just outside of Tel Aviv, where I will be doing a 3-year degree starting in early October.
And that's a degree on?
It's communication, which is quite broad, but its main focus is marketing and presenting, which is very similar to the work I was doing prior to lockdown.
Okay, and you were also delving into radio at one stage. I mean, that's how we met. Any plans to get back to radio?
It's definitely something I would like to do. Obviously, yeah, we met a few years ago in Knysna, and it's whether it's a hobby or a career, it's something I would like to get involved in. Just the steps towards making that happen are still to be complete. But, you know, the degree that I'm doing would be very much linked to, like I mentioned, presenting in general. So whether it was live presenting or TV presenting or radio presenting, the degree I'm doing will open doors to all of those industries and paths. So maybe I will be behind the mic sooner rather than later.
I was going to say the camera also loves you, so maybe you should consider top billing, but unfortunately that show no longer exists. They ran out of money.
One of the two. I do it for the enjoyment.
Okay, but you were also doing, if I'm not mistaken, you were also doing taxi radio. That was kind of a first for South Africa with Solly Philander.
Yes, that is correct. Back in 2014.
Wow.
I was based in Cape Town then, and I was working with him, which was a great opportunity. It was a really good experience. But then the travel bug really bit. So I kind of had to move on. I had to leave things behind here in Cape Town, in Knysna, and in South Africa, and I went to work on the cruise ship. So all of that obviously had to come to a stop. And maybe it's something that I will get into when the timing is right.
Ah, sure. Taxi radio, of course, no longer exists, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So another reason for me to have moved on. Like I said, it was the right time.
Absolutely. Josh, wow, you are just so busy, and I love your positive vibe. That's what we're all about here on E-Radio as well. Just keep doing what you're doing, because you're changing the world every day, and I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Ian. It's been great to join you on the show.